Hey y'all, this is Moni.
And this is Kat.
Hey Kat. And this is the Fake Ass Book Club. Wait, can we both say it or no?
Welcome back. This is your girl Moni.
And this is Kat.
Hey Kat.
Hey Moni.
Hey,
We're
made
so
it.
together.
Oh my gosh. On the same page and everything, guys.
You wouldn't even believe it.
I know. It just, you know what though? This has just been a lot of abundance lately with the holiday. Like I just feel like it's just hard to fit everything in. Like I know for me personally, it's just been a lot on my plate. So I'm sure it's not been any different for you.
I don't know what you mean. Life has been easy breezy,
Yeah,
soft life,
soft
like
life.
nothing like bump.
Yeah.
Yeah, the abundance has been coming down like in a funnel.
Oh my God.
Like the whole year of abundance and now this very concentrated amount of abundance.
Yeah, it's like the apex of abundance right
Yes,
now.
but
So,
it is better than the alternative, which is
is.
scarcity and famine.
It is. And I feel like we start off every episode like this because it truly is like, we made it.
We
For real.
did.
Like, so I'm just excited we're here. I'm excited we made it. We have something really fun to talk about this week. So I'm excited to get into it, you guys. So let's just do this, okay? So this week, let's get into the topic. So this week's episode, we are exploring the documentary that explores the extraordinary life and career of Eddie Murphy, one of the most influential comedians and entertainers of all time. From his explosive rise on SNL to his era-defining stand-up blockbuster films and iconic characters, the documentary highlights Murphy's innovation, his impact on Black representation in Hollywood, and the legacy he continues to build. It's a look at highs, the challenges, and the genius that made Eddie Murphy a true legend.
That's so official.
It's called Being Eddie.
Eddie.
So, yeah. I didn't say that at first. So you guys, I'm excited. This is Eddie's always a fan fave. Like I know yeah, I mean, just grew up watching him, so it's really fun to kind of see him.
I
like
was
this.
really looking forward to this documentary ever since I learned about its existence.
Yay.
I'm super hyped.
All right, well, let's get into it, you guys. But before we do have to start our episode off like we always do and dedicate it. So hands over your hearts, everyone. All right, so this week and every week, we would like to start out by dedicating this episode to our fabulous patrons. You guys are the best. Thank you for real, for the continued support. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the bonus content that we have available over at Patreon. If you are not a patron, you guys should pop over to our Patreon and subscribe. Help support that podcast. Also, just for me, I was just thinking about the holiday and how much work goes into it. So for all the people out there making memories for their family, whether that's, the dinners or gatherings at your home, traveling to see people, like shout out to all the people busting their butts to make memories for their kids, for their families. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it. So, what about you, friend?
All right. Yes, and
Yeah, thank you.
That was fantastic. My dedication is going out to the Catholic Church. Surprised you with that one, didn't I? Didn't think I was going to say
Wait
that.
for the hook.
Oh my gosh, and I already lost my pens. I'm just falling apart.
It's okay.
No. So yeah, Catholic Church, Pope Leo returned 62 indigenous artifacts to Canada.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So this is the second week where we're like dedicating something for somebody getting their stuff back.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that
Excellent.
because we just celebrated a lovely Thanksgiving, also Indigenous Peoples Day, known by some. And yeah, I feel like they don't get enough, we don't pay enough attention to their actual history.
Wow.
So dedication over.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Catholic Church was wild. Could you believe it that they were wilding out in Canada? And have you heard like the residential schools and all that stuff?
That's the main thing I
Yeah.
hear about the Indigenous experience in Canada, are a lot of those boarding schools and stuff, which were absolutely awful. And they found, they just find piles and piles of bones and stuff like behind and under these schools. So yeah, that's why it's a day of mourning for Indigenous people in terms of, Kat, is everything okay, friends?
I lost my Apple Pencil and I want to find it before I forget about it because I know I just had it.
You should. See,
And
this is
it
all the
probably
abundance.
happened when I stood up.
Oh yeah, because there goes my lip glosses. I didn't even know I lost them hoes. Thank you. So I've been made whole. What about you?
Here it is.
Excellent. In the crevasses of life. Wow.
I got home and I would have hated my life.
Yeah,
Man,
and I'd have came down here and
I've
like,
come to rely on it quite a bit.
Okay,
So,
all right.
but I do need to get a better case because it does slip out quite a bit. But one of the not nice things, but one of the things I remember is about the parents who would camp out in front of the boarding schools, like in the teepees and stuff, because it's like...
Wasn't it in a book that we read?
Probably.
Was it The Firekeeper's Daughter?
Probably.
It was one of those, yes. So... Yeah, man. We just gotta put respect on their names. So,
good on them.
Yeah.
The way they do it though is they call it ecclesiastical sharing. So what they're actually, it's not the Vatican giving it back. The Vatican's lending it to one of the churches in Canada, and then that church is giving it. This is how they always keep their hands clean.
Oh, wow.
Because then it's like the archdiocese, but that doesn't like have to do with the Vatican.
That's totally separate.
And for people who don't know, because the Vatican has a whole museum full of artifacts that they've gotten from... We won't go into that. Punitive exposition.
Say,
it was a psyop, y'all.
I'm just, you know what? Thank goodness for our topic today, because
we gotta giggle sometimes.
Yeah, we do, man. We gotta do a little palate cleanser or whatever. So yeah, being Eddie, what a fun opportunity to kind of see Eddie in the evolution. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
all-star.
I feel like, yeah, he's definitely an all-star. So this particular documentary was released November 12th of 2025 via Netflix. It was directed by Angus Wall, producers include John Davis, John Fox, Sharice M. Hewitt, Webster, Terry Leonard, and Kent Kubina. And it was about an hour and 43 minutes. And yeah, delightful.
Real history.
Yeah, man.
It would have been great. I'll probably watch it again for Black History Month.
Man.
Because he really played a big role in integrating Hollywood.
He sure did.
Because it's not framed that way. No one says it. But if you just kind of use your eyeballs, you can kind of see that. Like you said, usually Black guy's just the sidekick.
Right.
And so really coming into that space of it not being a Black film, but you still have this Black man. Yeah, it was pretty great. But actually, would you like to learn a little more about Edward Reagan Murphy?
Yes, I would. Didn't know that was that man's middle name. I'm already learning.
He is an American actor, singer, and comedian who first found success as a stand-up comic. He's known for his raunchy but charming comedic style and is widely considered one of the greatest. He's 64 years old, born in Brooklyn, New York. He got a bunch of kids.
Yeah, he do.
He's got an upcoming movie Shrek 5. You know they're doing a
Jeez
Shrek 5.
He's good on you.
Man. And he's had a couple wives. Of course, he's got a couple siblings too, and we know like Charlie Murphy. It was great seeing him, man. They're just such a great duo. And just as this stuff that's not on the official thing, but he got a baby with Scary Spice. Iconic.
Bunch of kids.
Remember when he was dating Babyface's ex-wife for a while, Tracy Edmonds?
Not really.
You don't remember that? It was okay.
Was it scandalous?
Yes.
Okay, so wow.
Okay, so apparently you get the impression from the
90s
timeline that she was probably messing with Eddie when she was still with Babyface. There's no proof of that. Just how people are though, and timing. And I don't know if she had a baby by him. I think she did.
By Eddie Murphy?
I don't know. I'd have to check.
Can we Google?
Yeah, let's double check that. But I do remember them having a wedding ceremony, but they did not go through with the legal wedding. I feel like there was, because I feel like they were on the cover of Ebony or something. It was, well, I know he and the original wife were on the cover of Ebony because I remember that wedding dress. It was, once again, absolutely iconic. But yeah, he's just had one hell of a life. But yeah, they were dating because when he... because I feel like it was after he dated Scary Spice because that was kind of a scandal too because at first he denied paternity, like there's no DNA
I'm seeing
test.
that Edmonds discusses Murphy's paternity suit. Tracy Edmonds clarifies Eddie Murphy's earlier paternity.
See, we already get messy.
No, Eddie Murphy did not have a baby with with the ex. Eddie Murphy has a daughter, Angel Iris Murphy Brown, with Mel B.
Yeah, that's Scary Spice.
Tracy ex-wife. Wait a minute, Tracy Edmonds and Babyface. Okay, yeah, so I can't find it, but I see that. I mean, I'm seeing some messy headlines.
Yeah, there was a lot going on. And once again, because this is all after he got divorced from his wife Nicole of many years.
Okay,
Nicole Murphy, because they had like 6 kids together.
Did they? Okay.
And so when he was filming Dreamgirls, I rewatched Dreamgirls this weekend too. So good. He should have got we'll get to that.
Good.
But he, at the time, because he was talking about how like a lot of his real emotions were going into that because he was going through this divorce and stuff like that, which is, doesn't matter if you're rich and famous, it's always hard.
Yeah, feelings.
But like, yeah, that stuff, I would love to know more about what happened with Babyface's wife.
Of course you would. Look at you.
Messy.
Oh my gosh. Friend.
But yeah, that was high drama.
From
so that wasn't in the documentary though.
It sure wasn't. Like, not you digging up his 1900s teeth.
Listen, there's more stuff too. I'll save that for the break.
Ooh, okay. Well, no, I mean, we can get into it on the show too, but I feel like let's get into just who, like, okay, so what's the first Eddie Murphy, like, how were you introduced to Eddie Murphy? Like, what was your first time? It was that skit?
Yeah. Like, I'd stay up and watch SNL.
That was such a good skit. I don't feel like I remember seeing that, like, right when it came out, though.
I remember it probably wasn't right when it came out. It was probably a replay, I'm sure. Because whenever they wouldn't be live, they just show an old episode or something like that. So I don't know, because I don't know when it originally came out, but I just remember watching that and, like, I was just like, I couldn't get a hold of myself.
Yeah, it's like this is so silly. I love that Diane reenacted that on the character Diane on Blackish. The youngest daughter, did that whole skit. Man, oh my gosh, that was hilarious. That was good on you guys. Yeah,
good in my when he's
dancing. It was the James Brown. My God, you guys just look it up. It's on YouTube.
But that was my entree into Eddie Murphy. What about you?
I feel like it might have been one of his stand-ups.
Okay, like
but it might have been Raw. I feel like I remember.
So red leather.
The red leather. Which is iconic.
That's how you become an icon.
And then too, just growing up seeing his movies. Like, of course, The Golden Child. I remember him from The Golden Child.
I gotta rewatch that.
Good Brother Noomsy or whatever it was.
I can't even remember. That's why I need to rewatch it. Like, I just kind of remember it.
Classic. And then, Beverly Hills Cop.
I never saw that.
Oh, yeah, I saw oh, my God. One of my Trading Places.
Now that I've seen.
My God.
Yeah.
What a film. That is a good movie. Because that was
originally written for Richard Pryor.
I know.
Which is funny to think about. And
that would have been great, too. That would have been great, too. But it was nice to see because Eddie Murphy at the time was like an up and coming and, actor at the time. So that he was kind of given that chance. So it really, I mean, think about how hard it is for studios to, like, we were talking about the fact that, like, you don't get a lot of leading men. He wasn't like, he was one of the main characters, but he was he wasn't the main character. But I feel like you got a really good sense of, with him having zero real, like, acting experience, he did so good. The comedic timing. Yeah. He held his own. Like, he made that movie hilarious. Like, he gave it, the whole.
He all-star.
He was definitely all-star. So, yeah. It was a combination of his stand-up and his movies, though. But I feel like over the years, he's one of the artists that I feel like consistently delivered. You know what I mean? From his comedy to his movies. He was just solid. He was just always solid. Like, of course,
I'm trying to think. So, okay, that's our entry, but what's your favorite Eddie Murphy project? Like, we got to watch something, like, right after this.
Damn. I hate this. Right, because, and I just watched this last weekend, Coming to America. It's
the first one.
Literally the first one. Yeah, the original, oh my gosh. That, actually, yeah, that one, I've seen it so many times. I don't know a lot of movies the words and stuff like that, but that's one of the movies where it's like, yeah, I know a lot of the dialogue in that movie because I've seen it so many times. It's so good. It's so good. And then, too, I think what's super impressive, not just in that movie, but especially in that movie, is the character acting that he does. Like, I don't know if he gets enough credit for how
I don't think
awesome
he does.
That is.
Like, I think with a lot of people who deliver a standard of excellence over time, we just get used to it.
It's like, it's
Eddie.
like
we're just like, Beyonce, she just be putting out albums. It's like, this is super, super
These
good.
Are works
like, people
of art.
wish they could do one thing this well. So, but all the things he's so good at impressions. Because actually, as soon as Being Eddie went off, I went ahead and watched Delirious because that was on
just queued up.
Yeah, and he was doing a Cosby impersonation and a Richard Pryor.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it was
so good.
And he was 24.
I know. Fearless, too.
So young. And just, I don't know. I
was
got a lot
beautiful.
I really admire Mr. Murphy. He never got Me Too'd.
No, and so we just got through reviewing Black is the New White by Paul Mooney, and we talked a lot about it should just be called Richard and Me, right? As in Richard Pryor, because these were the people that came before Eddie who he was heavily influenced by, but I thought it was interesting, 2 points, that he, like, as he was becoming more popular, like, they sort of tried to pit them against each other to the point where Richard kind of, like, same kind of thing, like, he got that movie instead of Richard. I think Richard might have been going through that whole freebasing thing where he blew himself up. But, you know, like how Hollywood wants there to only be one, like, especially when you're talking about minorities and stuff, it's almost like, well, we already have a black one. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have a lot of room. So I didn't like that Hollywood tried to do that. But what I liked about Eddie even more than that, because it was such drugs were so rampant, and that was such a big, huge theme in the Paul Mooney book, especially with Richard Pryor and stuff. Like, I was just shocked that he never really got into the drugs and alcohol.
When he said he didn't smoke a joint until he
was 30 years old.
I was like, man, I sometimes think, like, how smart would I be if I had, like...
if I never did the drugs.
But also, would I even want to be that smart? Like, maybe it's kind of a good thing.
I think it's painful enough for you as it is.
She's laughing at my pain.
I think probably it would just be unbearable. I think you did the right thing. I think all things considered. My God.
You're probably right.
It tamps things down. No, like I think I would be concerned for your well-being probably. It's like, I don't know. Or you would have to be a performer. Like, you would need something.
That outlet.
You would have to have something, friend. It's
it'd
like,
be bonkers.
But it's beautiful that he chose art. We just talked about that on our live, how art is just such this healing thing. We talk about it a lot.
And that's probably why he never got Me Too'd either. Because a lot of times when you hear about these Me Too situations, there's substances involved.
Absolutely.
So that kind of keeps everything clear.
Keeps it
you
cute
know,
and nice.
yeah. It's just something to
Yes.
keep in mind when people are like, how do you even avoid catching a case at this point? It's like, it's actually pretty easy.
Just don't do it.
You just
be
don't.
regular.
Just be regular.
Yeah.
Maybe don't sleep with strangers because you never know what they're
my
up
gosh.
to.
Well, what about, didn't he say he got propositioned by, he was like, looking back on this, I feel like I was, they were asking me to be in a threesome.
Probably.
It was, oh my God, who was the guy?
I gotta be honest. I was a little
Eddie
in and out.
recounts Yul Brynner.
Yul Brynner.
Yes. Allegedly propositioned him and his wife on his 21st birthday. He was laughing like, now I wish I would have went. Like, you know what I'm saying? But also, you might have got me too.
You still got one hell of a life, though.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
sometimes the stuff you turn down is what Yul Brynner. So from The King and I?
Yes.
Wow. I probably would have went.
He's beautiful. I know. And I'm sure his wife had to be gorgeous.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah.
I'm telling him.
But also, you know. Yeah.
But that was like one of my first, like, that was like a Hollywood crush. Yul Brynner.
I didn't. Yes, I really.
With his
think
shirt
so
off in that
too.
movie.
Yes,
Like,
et cetera, et cetera.
Et cetera.
Yeah, he was kind of fine. Anyway, so, but yeah, I really was surprised by that. I just thought, how are you around? And especially to hear that he has spent like 2 weeks snowed in at Rick James's house.
I'm glad you did a
I'm
better
surprised
job.
I'm remembering this because I saw this a couple weeks ago, but
And I was just rewatching it today, but I was doing other stuff.
Well, he was saying that
Don't
you
be like
know,
Cat, guys.
He was hanging out with Rick James, and then the weather got crazy, and he ended up being like snowed in. It was him and a bunch of other people, but he was like, usually when the drugs and stuff came out, he would just leave. But that's kind of how he ended up getting into like music and stuff. Like he produced his party all the time, party all the time, party all the time. Like, he's so cute. He's not like an awful singer.
No, it's pop.
It's just hard to take him serious as a singer
Right.
because it's like it's Eddie Murphy, and maybe that's when you're a because I would consider him a multi-hyphenate. Like he's definitely talented in lots of different areas of art, but because he's so funny it's like it's hard to. Well, for me, let me speak for myself. It was just always hard.
Get a little biased,
Yeah,
but also
it's sad though, but also it wasn't like amazing either though. No shade, Eddie. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna pass.
Okay. Like it wasn't. I've seen worse attempts, by crossover,
sure.
Artists, whether they're like,
You know what?
sports
He
or
should
trying
have
to be
sang
rappers.
more in Mulan. I would have enjoyed that.
Oh, as the little dragon.
Yeah, because it was a musical.
Hilarious.
As Mushu should have had a
He was
solo.
good, yeah.
I think they tried to dim his shine. Let's talk about that real quick, because
Oh.
Hollywood really wasn't. When I say he helped to desegregate Hollywood, that's a very real thing.
Yeah.
Like people forget, or they try to forget how very segregated this country is in every aspect, not just in schools, neighborhoods, but entertainment. And because that was the thing too with watching Dreamgirls, and how even with the music, sometimes they wouldn't want you to know whether an artist was black or white because they wanted to be able to sell to both or
Yeah,
whatever.
right.
And
We
that
want
seems
all the
very
dollars.
silly now, because it's like, well, before I listen to it, what color are they?
Right.
It's
Oh,
that
God.
would be dumb. And it was then too. Everybody was
It's
just
always
used
been
to
dumb,
it.
right?
It was always
Yeah.
dumb. But
Let's be clear.
yeah, but now we can clearly see that's a dumb metric to have. But of course, Eddie, he's had this huge career, but I wonder if he could have been huger if there wasn't an active force to kind of keep him in his own little corner.
his
You know what I
little
mean? In the
bubble.
same way, the reason why he had to stay squeaky clean, kind of like Barack Obama, is I know if I do any little thing.
Or even like Will Smith, now that you're saying that too, when you're trying to ascend to that sort of
Greatness.
crossover, which ends up being monetarily the most successful avenue, right? Because you have access
have
to
all the
more people.
resources.
They have all the resources
Because they hoard them.
They do. But yeah, I think for him, he was able to prove to Hollywood, when they put him in those Beverly Hills Cop movies, he was saying that the guy, well, I don't know if it was the actual director or the producer, somebody that was big on the film was trying to get him out of there within the first 2 weeks, didn't want him to be on there. And whoever got his agent or somebody was really fighting for him to be on it. Yeah. And everybody's like, what? You were amazing at that. But it was it was hard. And the fact that it was so popular that it streamed in all the different countries and stuff, they were just, oh my God, a Negro can bring the box
like
office
they said, even
numbers?
people who can't even speak English, they're like, Eddie, fuck you.
Exactly.
That was,
Exactly. And it takes a special person to do that. And so it makes me think about his public persona versus how he
The real
presented
Eddie.
himself. Yeah, and how hard that has to be too, though, because were you surprised by any aspect of his personality? Or maybe you've seen enough of it over time that you kind of gauged how
he's always been
was?
in my life.
Yeah, but do you feel like you got something from the documentary in terms of who you thought Eddie was versus who he seems to be, or how he presented himself?
It was the Academy Awards, when it was this part from the Academy of, I don't know from what year, but I would say probably in the 80s or 90s, and he was there to present an award. And he was when he said it with his chest, where he was black people are not going to be the caboose of society. Because he was saying, y'all they didn't even really want him there. It's well, you can just come at 8 or 9 o'clock because this is the last award, because he was presenting something. He's and I'm probably never going to win an Oscar, because I'm saying this. And you would have never, and that goes to show how the media frame stuff too, because they just didn't run it as a story. I wouldn't have known about it if he hadn't put it in this
it out
documentary.
there,
So
yeah.
to me, I was I guess I
He's a
knew
real
that, but he was.
one.
I didn't know he was like that. He was I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care if I never get an Oscar, and they've never given him one either.
No.
Even though I'm trying to think,
Oh my gosh.
when you're talking about the character work and stuff like that, I'm who
come
can do
on.
that?
What else?
Who can do that? It's the fact, but whenever I think
Who
about
wants
the fact
to do that?
Eddie Murphy.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Because he's I'm not doing drugs, I'm doing this.
Well, even other artists that were commenting on that, they were he's willing to sit in that chair for hours to become
Hours.
one character. You know what I'm saying? And then you're doing multiple. Not everybody's built up for that.
No, they're
So-
not built for that, but they've played him, because especially once again rewatching Dreamgirls, he should got the Oscar for Dreamgirls. He was
He was really good. Yeah, Jimmy got soul, boy. He got
He
soul.
was so good. But then I also remember, too, they won't give Angela Bassett one either. I don't know who she pissed off, but the fact that Angela Bassett doesn't have an Oscar is crazy.
And it kind of goes back to that whole conversation we had around Paul Mooney. And, you know, it just, for him, it was never about crossing over, though. Like, it was just being, like, true to the art. But it's so hard when it's like, you have all this stuff you can point to that's so great. And if anybody else was doing it, like, especially, oh my gosh, I'm just trying to think who else. Because I'm pretty sure, like Mike Myers and stuff, you know, like he's maybe like another white actor who.
Oh, yeah, does that character stuff.
He does the character stuff. You know what I mean? And I don't even know. I mean, I could Google it real quick to see, like, has he won? I'm pretty sure he's won stuff.
Well, he's not even an American. He doesn't even go here.
Oh. Where is he from? Canada, right? Canada.
I'm just kidding, though. He can still win our stuff.
But anywho, I'm just saying, though, it is
doing it like
unfortunate.
Eddie. He ain't doing it like
it's still,
Eddie.
like, I can't think of anybody who's, I mean, the clumps and stuff, too. I mean, that was hilarious. And he was even saying, so what are your thoughts on Norbit? Because I know, like, a lot of people give him a hard time about Norbit.
I liked Norbit.
It was funny.
I thought Rasputia is, like, that was, for one, I think he enjoys playing those characters.
He was just, right. I think he really gets into it. He's like, I am this person now. Like having this costume on or this.
Yeah, I think playing both of those, like being in a relationship with yourself.
Yeah,
like
that's crazy.
The thing, I enjoyed Norbert. But here's the other thing. You really shouldn't listen to what critics say. Everybody can tell you how to do it. They never did it. Like how many hit movies have you made, critic? Like he's made several, and that means not all of them are going to be W's. That's any game.
Yep.
So you get W's, you get L's. They drug Harlem Nights when it first came out.
I can't even believe I didn't say that. I loved Harlem Nights. So good.
Every watching
I snuck and
of
saw
it.
that.
Did you now?
Because I wasn't. Yeah, I was pretty young when it came out, so I wasn't supposed to be watching that.
I saw it like later on.
Yeah.
But once again, whenever you see it, it's pretty good.
Older cousins, yes.
Yeah.
It's
pretty.
I might need to
And
rewatch
lots
that.
of legends in that one, too.
Oh, my gosh.
Because then, he and Richard finally got to work together, which is a
one of his
beautiful
idols.
thing, instead of trying to be like, well, there can only be one.
It's like, why?
Because, that kills me.
We got to stop doing that, too. I hate that we perpetuate that, but also it's because of the way that they'll frame it to you like that, and then it's like how you are always saying, like, I choose secret option C or whatever. You know what I mean? And it's
or
like,
reject
and I'm always
the
like, what?
premise.
I didn't even know that was an option. It's like, it's an option.
Yeah. It's like, actually, it doesn't have to be the strict
doesn't have to be
binary
this.
and all this kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
I can just pick my own lane, and I can.
They always try to do that, too, because somebody's trying to drag Sylvia Revo the other day. I went to see Wicked for good.
Oh, what were they? Dragging her for that movie?
Well, I guess she had tweeted. I don't know, because that was the thing too. Because they were like, "Oh, I don't like her because of some tweets," and I'm like, "Well, what did she tweet?" And then they were trying to look it up and couldn't find it.
Did she
so I
erase
was
them?
like, "Huh?"
Did she erase them?
I don't know. That's my whole thing. I don't know. I'm like, well, I don't know. She seems cool. Like, what is the problem? And people get that way sometimes with like black actors from like the UK.
Oh yeah. We
'cause
already
they
know
feel
about
like
all
they
that.
just are
They're taking all our jobs.
It's like, calm down. It's like, yeah, how about we just enjoy her art? Fine, whatever. But yeah.
Well, Eddie, I feel like the genius of Eddie Murphy is not only his ability to inhabit these different characters though, but to really like, I don't know, like he goes all the way in. You know what I mean? He doesn't hold anything back. But I feel like, because I was asking you, like, what's the thing that surprised you the most about him? I guess if I wasn't really thinking about it, I would have just assumed that, like, if we were somewhere and Eddie Murphy was there, we'd all know he was there because he'd be like, hey. But it's like, he seems to be the total opposite. Like when people talk about him, they're like, no, he kind of like sits back, he chills, he will have his little, strawberry milk. It wasn't strawberry milk, but whatever non-alcoholic beverage that he's got, enjoying and kind of sitting back. And I'm like, I guess that does track though, because I think when you give so much of yourself on film, it's like, dude, I'm tired. That's what I do for my job.
Yeah, like
and
I'm just Eddie
chilling
right now. I'm just being Eddie.
And I bet you people feel disappointed about that.
Probably because
Which I
everyone
hate
wants
that.
you to be their entertainment monkey, and that's
Constantly.
not what. I get it's the fame. Fame
fame
does
will do
weird
that.
stuff to our brains
It
and
does.
stuff like that. So, yeah. Yeah.
And he's just aged well. Like, part of that's probably he drinks water and, you know, the resources and stuff, but also not the drugs, but also just being able to reinvent himself. But still be Eddie though. Like I feel like I'm still getting vintage Eddie, but what's nice about him too is like you see his comedy evolve. Cause you know, like he always talks, everybody's always like, well, why, you know, are you going back to stand up? Like this movie was actually supposed to be that. He was like, when they started filming this was like during the pandemic. This is why you see it all up in his house. Cause he was like, I never meant for this documentary to actually be the way that it is. And be so intimate and like in his house. It was gonna be like him leading up to doing like a stand-up and it ended up turning into more of an archive of like his, you know, of his life and like what had happened was so yeah, and it turned out great. But I think he's like, you know, if I go back to stand up, like I can't go back to telling the same jokes I was telling when I was 24.
Right.
You know, you see him telling more. You even see it in the movie roles, like Dr. Doolittle. Like he went from being, you know, like in raw yeah, to more family stuff because that's who I am now. Yeah, so you always feel like it reflected.
I feel like Steve Martin brought this up too when he kind of, you know, his comedy career exploded. And Steve Martin, he's hilarious.
Yeah, he's good.
But
I like him.
He said he got frustrated with stand-up because people with the fame just loved him so much already. He really couldn't get a gauge to what was really funny or not because everyone was laughing at everything because they were just so happy to see him. So
that would be so weird.
Because I don't know if you ever saw his stand-up, like the one where he has like the arrow through his head with the rubber chicken.
I feel like I remember seeing that, but I don't remember.
There's parts where he's really not doing all that much and people are just cracking up and he's kind of playing with that a little bit. It's very meta.
But I could definitely
that could be
see that.
frustrating because it's like, damn, I can't even really do this thing I love anymore because everyone loves me so much.
Right.
I mean, it's a problem,
but I mean, like, I think if you're truly an artist and like you say, this is what I really love to do, and then I can't even, and then you get to that point too, not only can I not even distinguish as my art actually really hitting like that, but then, you know, there are just people around you who are, oh my gosh, yes. And it's like, no, that's not a good idea. You know what I'm saying?
We've seen artists over the years who suffered from that.
It's like, this is not good anymore.
And you got to keep some real ones around you. I know Moni would tell me if it's like, it's like, so maybe you want to try something else.
Or it would just be like, I'm not enjoying this anymore. I don't know how you're feeling about it, but I'm not, and here's why.
But once again, when fame gets involved, money gets involved. But once again, I feel like on the whole, Eddie Murphy's still very funny, still very talented. I'm probably gonna see Shrek 5.
Oh my gosh! Speaking of though, keeping real ones around you. You touched on Charlie Murphy. Can we just touch on him one time too?
It was really nice seeing him. Because I feel like that was the footage from Chappelle's show. Like some of the
I think so too.
Deleted footage from the interviews and stuff like that.
Yes. I mean, not only was it nice to see him performing and telling those stories because he was such a great storyteller, but like just seeing their relationship, you know, especially because I'm close to my brothers and a lot of our childhood was just like our inside jokes.
I love seeing those old pictures of them, like the old photographs of them. I was like, look at these Negroes.
It's so cute. And it's like no one can crack you up like your siblings, and you got like all these inside jokes, and nobody will stand for you like your siblings too. Like I love the stories where Charlie Murphy would be like ready to actually punch somebody in their face. Hearing him talk about, like, you don't think that's funny? That's hilarious. She's like, you're a hater. Like he took his job.
Elevator.
Yes, I stand for that. I love that.
That's that sibling energy.
Hard.
It's like, who do you
think you are? And I love that he kept him around him like that. You know, he was like, man, I never knew I could whoop niggas' asses like I could until I was his bodyguard. He was like, I'm like, that's a beautiful thing to discover on behalf of your sibling. I love that.
I feel like Charlie Murphy told a story about Eddie Murphy and Strom Thurmond. I couldn't find it online to confirm it. This is just from my raggedy memory.
Okay, let's hear it. And go.
So this was true. Charlie Murphy was in the Navy.
Okay.
And Eddie Murphy wanted Charlie to go on tour with him as security, but he needed to get released from the army like through the official channels, or else you're AWOL, and that's like you get locked up for
You ain't
that.
supposed to do
It's against
that.
the rules. So from what I understand was Strom Thurmond pulled some strings to get the release for him, and in exchange Eddie was supposed to come to like maybe his kids one of his grandkids' birthday parties or something like that. And Eddie Murphy, after Charlie did that, he just didn't do it.
Oh. He was like, nah.
Because after you done, you know.
Yeah, it's like too late.
And for people who don't know who Strom Thurmond is, look him up. He
He's
sucked.
awful.
He's
a POS.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, that was one of my favorites though. I just loved, and you could just tell, like, I mean, just, oh my gosh, it's the sibling love of it all.
Yeah.
But then also too, like I said, I wish, because I mean, did you ever follow Charlie Murphy in turn, like before the Chappelle show? Like, I don't think I really knew, like I knew he had siblings and stuff, but I didn't know that much about his like family and stuff
I just
like that.
remember, really, I think my first interaction with Charlie Murphy was in Players Club.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
He was one of the goons who was after Dollar Bill.
Obviously.
And
I mean,
him and
why
Terrence
not?
Howard.
Okay, Terrence Howard.
Don't you love my encyclopedia knowledge of Players Club?
I do. It's
Okay.
been a while. That could be a good one to rewatch and talk about. I haven't seen that one in a minute, but yeah, let's see. What was the other thing about Charlie Murphy? I forgot. But anyway, all of his stories were really great. Of course, the Rick James one always tickles me. The fuck your couch boy. Just, the whole situation.
Yeah.
And
I like this. Wait, let me know if this isn't just a raggedy memory thing. Did he say in this that his dad stopped drinking after he saw his impersonation of him when he drunk?
Yes, his stepdad.
See,
yes.
that was
that was real.
enlightening.
Oh yeah, his stepdad. That's what's up.
Yeah.
That was pretty powerful. Seeing yourself back is kind of like, whoa.
Like that play in Euphoria where it's just kind of like, man, do you love yourself? This is what you look
awful.
like.
We're awful.
Well, but the people who are cool with themselves, they love the play.
Yeah, that's true. And Joan is awful. She didn't like seeing herself.
Right. And it's like, well, if you don't like what you see, give the mirror something better to work with.
That's it. You got to do that. Got to do that.
Starts with you.
Yeah, it does.
Make that change.
Make that change. And then just him loving Michael Jackson. Of course, that makes me think of Michael Jackson.
They did a song together.
They did a song together. Yeah, I mean, what didn't he do? I feel like in his life. Well, that's not a real question. Were you about to answer that? Oh, okay, good.
Let's do a break.
Okay, we're gonna think about more stuff
today.
he did.
Yeah, we're gonna take a break.
Okay. So welcome back from the break, you guys. There's so many Eddie Murphy movies, friend, that during the break, I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even mention Boomerang. Definitely one of my favorite Eddie Murphy movies. And I like that movie too because, and I think he touched on this in the documentary too, was that you just didn't get to see romance movies. And I feel like somebody was interviewing him. It might have been like David Letterman or something like that. Or it might have been Jay Leno. I feel like it might have been Jay Leno. But anyway,
one of them
was asking, like one of the critics was saying like there were no white people in the movie. And he just started kind of laughing like, what kind of critique is that? He was like, I just feel like nobody was saying that about Boys in the Hood. Nobody was like, oh my gosh, it's all black. And it's like, black experiences aren't just hood experiences. Like, we can definitely have love stories. So
I'm sorry, my first thing went to Oops, All Negroes.
Yeah. Like the cereal. Oops, all bearings. Yeah,
I'm
oops,
sorry.
all Negroes.
Oops,
It is like
all
that.
Negroes. But like, yeah, and I love how he handled it too by just
He
laughing,
did.
which is a great way
It's
to be
like, that's ridiculous.
Or even that Toni Morrison clip where she's being interviewed and someone's giving her that critique about her books, like, where are the white folks? And she's just like, you can't even imagine how racist that question is, can you? Like, she just...
Oh, gosh, she was always so beautiful and poetic and calm.
She was like, I'm used to talking to people like you, so let me let you know. But it's like, yeah, this is... And And I mean, good on Eddie for not being as belligerent as he could be.
No,
because I feel
not.
like I would have flown off the handle at some point.
But see, that's why, to me, this is why humor to me is always the great equalizer too, because it allows you to not hide, but it makes hard situations palatable. So it's like sometimes if you approach it and try to find the humor in it, because it's like you don't understand how ridiculous this is.
You don't.
So I'm gonna go ahead and laugh at you, and then just politely redirect you in a way that points out how glaringly stupid and absurd this is actually. And I love, and like you said, he did that expertly, just being able to point out like the difference and stuff.
It's like, well, did any white people get rich off of this?
Exactly.
How do I know it's valuable?
Don't worry, the studios did. Like, my God, you know. So, but to your point, him like sort of integrating that space and then like allowing Black people to, you know, explore different aspects of cinema. It didn't just have to be trauma porn. It didn't just have to be, you know, South Central Pimps and Hoes type stuff. You could do a comedy movie where I get to be like a nutty professor or in the fact Dr. Dolittle.
Okay, let's talk about Boomerang real quick.
Okay,
that was one of the movies that raised me. First off, the cast. I mean, you got Halle Berry, you got Martin Lawrence, you got David Allen Greer, you got John Witherspoon, you got Robin Givens at the time, who's coming off her marriage to Mike Tyson. I mean, oh my goodness, it was so amazing. The soundtrack.
Did you say John Witherspoon?
I did.
Okay.
Bang, bang, bang.
Yes.
And talking about Star Trek, they talked about it was just
Good
giving
movie,
me
man.
everything, and that was my entry to Toni Braxton.
Oof.
Because every time you hear Boomerang, your love's so exciting, boy, I can't deny it.
Must be getting toward the end of the
show. Yeah, when Kat starts singing,
oh my God,
it's not over until the crazy lady sings.
Oh my! But no, to your point, the soundtrack was amazing. Even just seeing them like dressed up in nice suit, like it was just like
Eartha Kitt.
Tisha Campbell,
Grace Jones.
Oh, that makes me want to watch that right now.
We should
Such
probably
a good
watch
movie,
it,
man. It was just.
Hey, who knows? Maybe we will for the next one.
Who knows, guys?
Who knows?
Okay.
I know because we still got to watch Harlem Nights.
Oh my gosh, there's just so much.
We do
so
need to watch
much.
Lady Sings the Blues. Eddie Murphy's not in that, but that was
maybe that'll be our holiday movie.
That
I
could be.
was
I
thinking,
will cry. It's not a holiday movie unless you cry.
That's what I was thinking because we did Imitation of Life last time, and it was a classic. So maybe I should,
get that around your belt.
Yeah, because I haven't seen it. Could be though. So okay, let's talk legacy for a second because to me, Eddie Murphy has built a legacy for himself. Like you say, I mean, over his career, definitely there are some highlights. He definitely had, some L's out there, but I think overall he was able to maintain like his integrity as an artist. And then he also, like when he came back recently to SNL, because that's where he started, and to see that kind of come full circle in the documentary, and he nailed it. And they were like, that was like one of the most
viewed,
watched ones ever. It just speaks to him as an artist and his...
Sorry. When he was playing one of the elves, it was just screaming. I'm sorry, that was just...
It was so good. I don't know if you guys have seen it. You guys, if you've not watched his episode, it was so good for so many reasons. I don't remember that exactly.
I'm sure it was hilarious. You the clip so you can put it in the notes. So
oh my gosh. He's just so good at his job. And I'm grateful for artists like himself who, like, you don't have to be perfect to be an artist. And I think that he's demonstrated what a solid career looks like. And even though he hasn't gotten that Oscar, I feel like he deserves his flowers. And I'm glad they did this before he passed away, too, because I feel like a lot of the time you don't get these big documentaries where, you get like an actual peek into their lives. So I was really grateful he wanted to even share this with us. And I do hope he actually does come up with, like, at some point, if he wants to, because I think stand-up has to be inspired. Like, it has to be like...
Well, and you have to work it out. Like,
you
and
do.
it's like I said, that it's kind of hard when you're that level of
That's
famous,
what he was
like
saying.
going
He's
into
like,
small clubs, because people are just going to lose their
going
goddamn
crazy.
minds
And it's like,
before
oh
you
my
say
gosh.
anything.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they yell at you too. It's like, Eddie,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. It's like, dude, I'm trying to get better at this. I want to get back to it.
Yeah.
But one of the sweetest things he said to me in the whole movie was toward the end too, when people were asking him about his legacy. And he was like, my kids are my legacy. Like, you know, I mean, like, you care about the accolades because you don't do it for nothing, right? Like, we all want to be recognized for the work that we do. But like, him as a grown man and as a black man just saying, like, my kids are the most important thing to me, it just warmed my heart. I'm like, that's so beautiful. I'm so glad that he's showing that, like, yes, like, black men care about their families. He cares about his family. And despite anything he's ever done, or any achievements that maybe he thought he should have had or whatever, and you can throw up all his accolades, he feels like his kids are the best thing he's ever done. I'm like, man,
Yeah.
that was beautiful. So yeah, that was just, I enjoyed it, friend. It really warmed my heart. It was very, very good.
It was.
Gave me life.
Because it's definitely a contrast to... Did you hear, was it Jim Jones's podcast where he was talking about people don't need to be literate, they can just listen to audiobooks, and they just need to worry about being financially literate?
I don't know.
I feel like I heard about this on the read.
What?
Hey guys, this is Editing Kat with a quick correction. It wasn't Jim Jones, it was Jules Santana. Jules Santana said that, so apologies to Jim Jones.
This is Jim Jones,
Who the hell is Jim Jones?
the rapper.
He has a podcast
I think so.
with the braids, Jim Jones?
I don't know.
Then what are we even talking about?
I'm sorry. I'm
Jim
just
Jones?
remembering a little item that I think I heard on the read. But
Let's
we
wrap-
would strongly encourage literacy.
I know, even though we do, even though we do a lot of audiobooks on here, the whole point is to consume the
Stories.
media. Yeah, to consume the stories,
And you
though.
can't
but
have financial literacy without literacy. Because
yeah, you have to be able to actually read
read the
contracts
contracts.
and
You have to know
lots of
when
stuff.
that interest kicks in.
Yeah, and percentages, all
Yeah.
those pesky little,
Yeah.
details
things.
that could
So,
basically ruin your life if
but
you don't.
I mean, this is a little ironic, but don't get your advice from podcasts.
Yeah, don't.
Not your real life
Except for,
stuff.
Yeah,
This
just
messy
read a book.
little silly stuff. Come
Yeah,
on.
sure.
But yeah, your real stuff,
I
like
didn't know Jim Jones had a podcast.
I didn't
Interesting.
either.
Yeah, I don't think
It's just
that's for me, probably. You know what I mean? I don't
they
think
get
he's
a
looking.
lot of bad information out there, though, man. Oh, but before we sign off, I just want to remind everybody, because this is coming out Wednesday, so the Stuff of Thought exhibit at Republic, check it out. Get you some art. It's good for you. It's good for your brain.
It is good for
Also,
you.
you need sleep. So it's very tempting to try to get everything done. You're never going to get everything done. Just go to bed.
That's what I want.
You want to go to bed?
I do.
All right.
I'm kind of tired. So, are we rating this, or are we just signing off? Because that sounded like we were getting up out of here, friend.
I'm going to rate it.
Do you want to rate it?
5 out of 5 Eddie Murphy laughs.
I like it too. I'm gonna give it 5 out of 5 Eddie Murphy gaps.
Oh, I know that's right.
He's a cute little gap in the front
yeah.
there. He never did close that up. Good for you, Eddie.
He sure could
He's
have.
a vintage.
He's like, nah, that's me.
Yeah, that's me.
That's me.
Oh my God. I like that. Love yourselves. All right, guys. So you know what? We're not gonna announce anything. We're just gonna, you guys just have to show up here next week and know that we're gonna entertain you like we always do. It'll be fun. So just come on back. And in the meantime, you guys take care of yourselves and each other. And anything else? Is that it? You already said your body belongs to you, did you not?
I didn't, but you said it, and that
Boom.
counts.
And that counts. Okay. All right. I'm going to sleep now. Bye, guys.
Before we go, we must give thanks to Urban Nerd for providing our music, and legal services were handled by Trezanae M. Atkins. If you like what you heard, please feel free to join us every Wednesday for another fake-ass book club. Cheers.
Thank you guys for listening.
You can check us out at thefabpodcast.com. Please subscribe, rate, and review our podcast wherever you're listening right now. We want to hear from you. Come put it in our life. Thanks again, and until next time, peace, love, and the Fake Ass Book Club. We out.
You will maintain this safe place for yourself, for your art. You don't think you will ever change and write books that incorporate white lives into them substantially?
I have done.
In a substantial way?
You can't understand how powerfully racist that question is, can you? Because you could never ask a white author, when are you going to write about black people? Whether he did or not, or she did or not. Even the inquiry comes from a position of being in the center.
And being used to being in the center.
And being used to being in the center.